Hello everyone. Welcome to Tarot by Cecilia on Patreon and YouTube. This is your tarot guidance for Venus in Aquarius, January 17th through February 10th of 2018. Please note, if you are viewing this video through YouTube, it is also available as part of a $5 per month pledge through Patreon, which this month includes 2 full moons, new moon, Mars, the Sun, as well as all 12 sun signs. My Saturn and Capricorn in 2018 Tarot Guidance and Overview are available at the $10 tier. Let's see what Venus in Aquarius means for your sign. Aries, if you are looking for love now, you may only wind up with a buddy. But if you are looking for a friend or two, you will enjoy group activities at this time. Taurus, if you are employed, flattery may get you everywhere. You are favored for work-related blessings and also meaningful social encounters. Gemini, there is a whole world out there. Learn to express yourself in new ways through more culturally diverse activities. Try a new restaurant, take a trip, or even make a new friend. Cancer, if you have been meaning to straighten out a financial situation between you and another, now is the time to work out those details. Leo, you and your significant other can enjoy a little one-on-one time during this transit. Forget about the rest of the world, since you will likely only have eyes for each other. Virgo, activity in your life may find itself focused toward work, even in the social and romantic arena. This is a good time to organize your desk. Libra, you could show up in a burlap bag to a glitzy gala, and all eyes would still be gazing longingly at you. With Venus in Aquarius, you possess the it factor, which brings you more attention. Scorpio, your life at home may occupy your thoughts at this time. Whatever makes it feel more like home to you is what you will be doing. If self-employed, you may be looking for new ways to make money. Sagittarius, you will feel more cheerful and outgoing now. Communication will be easier for you. Problem solving will come easier to you as well. Capricorn, you can derive happiness from the simple pleasures in life now. Perhaps even see a slight uptick in the financial realm. Due caution as to overspending should begin to overindulge on those simple pleasures. Aquarius, money, love, and beauty are all favored now. The holidays may be over, but you may wish to indulge yourself in something frivolous which makes you feel good. Go ahead and enjoy. Pisces, don't expect love to come knocking now. You can enjoy this transit, provided you don't pin your hopes and dreams on meeting the one. All right, as I was putting these cards down, I was thinking, boy, this is really getting pretty interesting here, okay? You know, there's a lot that's happening now, okay? Maybe it's because everything is, moving forward. There's no retrograde planets at the moment. I'm telling you, it's just like things keep on going, and they're going, and they're going. There's so much information that's coming your way. It's kind of like, shoo, where you take your hand to your forehead and you go, shoo, that kind of thing. And when you stop and you think about it, things these days move at a much faster pace anyway. And it's difficult to keep up. That's what it feels like. It's just like keeping up with it all, keeping up with the changes, and, making sure that you get all of the information. Because I'm telling you, it's moving fast and furious. And you're like, okay, well, can I stop a minute and think about this? All right, yeah, okay, what am I going to do? Because it's about your power. It's not just about what you want to create, but, Venus is love, money, beauty, and, you're definitely focusing on all 3 of those things, if necessary, as to what makes you happy. There's a lot in here about love, money, and happiness, let me tell you. So, do you achieve it during this transit? Maybe some. But I don't think everybody does. I think that there's something happening, though. It's like I've been trying to say lately that all of the things that you're trying to make happen in your life, you need to just keep going forward with them and going forward with them. And it's all going to come together at some point. And I think you're going to be totally fascinated by it when it does. Keep that in mind. Because it's changing. And it's shifting, all right? So, I think over the next couple of months, even past this transit, all right, that things are just moving in cycles. I don't know how else to explain it. I think one of the biggest priorities that the universe has right now, and it should be your priority as well, is to establish that natural balance of power that was missing in your life for such a long time. Okay, you were so patient to get to that, and so many of you, like, when it came to paying bills, it was like robbing Peter to pay Paul. So, focusing on, maybe financial success first. And it's not in a greedy way, all right, because you're willing to spread the wealth. You're willing to help others now if you can, whatever's within your means. So it's not about that, because you don't need finances to be happy, but you do need them to be secure. And there is a difference there. So, that has been a big thing. Even though you've gotten past it, it's like, I want to make sure for the long haul that what I'm doing is okay. So, that's where you're working with Venus right now. If, there is a relationship thing that comes along, I think that in some ways it's favored, but maybe meant to play out at a later date, if that makes sense, okay? So that doesn't mean that you couldn't meet someone. They may not be the one, but there's definitely something that's going on there. That's what I'm saying. This is about everything, love, money, beauty. And when we say beauty, okay, does that mean that you have to go to the spa and spend a fortune? No. But there's also that, like, I'll have people contact me and ask me when they should do certain things, okay? And a lot of it has to do with Venus, like, going to the hairdresser, maybe getting a little nip and tuck, those kind of things, all right? And I'll be like, well, Venus is retrograde, but Venus isn't retrograde right now. Or, waiting till Venus is in your sign, all these different things, okay? So knowing what it means for you is helpful. But I think that everyone with all of this forward-moving energy right now can use Venus to their advantage. And I'm looking for something here, and I believe it's very much a part of it. It's not so much about, like, say, just that outward beauty kind of thing, but, it all goes together. Sometimes your outward appearance, it reflects what's going on in the inside. And I'm not talking about makeup and all those things. I'm talking about how you feel as an individual. Because there's something about, I think, like where we're at now in this beginning of 2018 thing, that doing things that make you feel good about you, internally and externally, good, like health related, everything. So I think that's also a part of it, so when you look at all the things that you've experienced, they took their toll. In other words, I think is what I'm trying to say. So that recovery, that's kind of what's going on right now. It's like, you've already been through the hard times, and now there's this kind of recovery period that's come in. Okay, all right, I'm all done with that, and I'm moving toward happiness. I'm moving toward my hopes and dreams, but now I want to feel better. So do I go get a new haircut? Do I go get my nails done? Do I go work out at the gym? What's going to make me feel good? What's going to make me feel, look at this, alive and vibrant again? So, the things that we're missing, that's what you're looking to, like, fill your soul with again at this time. So it's not about how much money's in the bank, okay? If it is, then you have a problem, because it's definitely so much more than that, okay? This is about your hopes and dreams, your wishes, and intuitively knowing how to make them happen. And I still say that there's something special coming by June. So later, we'll all be thanking me, I hope, right? When we get to June and see what's going on. Because this process right now is more about you. That doesn't mean that you don't have a significant other or that you can't date or any of those things. It just means that you're still growing into that new identity, into that new person that you want to become, and all the aspirations that you have for yourself. I think that that has a lot to do with it, because when you stop and you think about it, sometimes, if you go over in your life, the people that you've attracted, and I'm talking about relationships, because it's Venus, etc. Okay, but when you think about the people that you've attracted, have they held you back? Did you conform to their way of life and maybe give up a piece of yourself? See, I think that that's what this period of time is about. It's about allowing you to recover from your life up till this point and learn who you are, who it is that you want to be, so that you're not just jumping into new ventures in life, new relationships in life, where all of a sudden you're conforming to someone else's standards again. Because I think, for all intents and purposes, you are meant to find your way to something that is unconditional, something that allows you to be you, to remain you. This is to me, this is phenomenal. All right, so if all you accomplish during this transit of Venus in Aquarius is to feel better about you and just feel happier and lighter every day, then you have met your goal. Okay, what's interesting to note is that I see here, all right, this is through February the 10th. And on the 16th, the 15th, somewhere in there, we have a solar eclipse in Aquarius. And I see that here, okay? See, it's bringing in big change. I think that's why, at this point in time, it's important to work on, and I'm going to keep repeating myself until you get the message. Don't be out there knocking yourself out trying to get somebody else to do what you want them to do. Do you, okay? You're going to understand later, because we're already in eclipse season now, okay, as this transit begins. But it hasn't played out yet, okay? Keep that in mind. There's 2 eclipses during this transit of Venus in Aquarius, if I am not functioning with Mercury brain here. Okay, so, that's what I'm saying, is like, you can't see the landscape ahead, because the eclipses are going to throw in some twists and turns. I don't think they're bad things, okay, but it puts you in a position of not knowing at this point in time what's going on out in the rest of the world. So that's why you're going to do you, because when March rolls around, that's when we're going to see what's happening, okay? And there's a big change then. There's a big turn, like a new cycle that's coming in, and there will be a great deal to talk about then. But I think that you can accomplish so much right now with this, and I really feel it's a wonderful thing. There is this sense here of, trying something new, all right? Dare to be different. Dare to be yourself. I think that that's extremely important, okay? It really, truly is. And remember that love conquers all. That's interesting to say that, right? Love conquers all. For indeed it does. And, there's a shift that's coming. I think it goes beyond just this year, that it is bringing changes to society itself. And we'll have to see where that's going, God willing, me being around long enough to share it with you, right? So, look at the changes. It's all, the universe. I'm one of those, like, there's no such thing as coincidence kind of people. And I believe, but I don't believe that everything happens for a reason thing. That may sound like it contradicts itself, but it doesn't. So, it's like the universe weaves these threads. And that's why you don't know what's going on somewhere else. You may hear some things and people may tell you, but there's more going on than meets the eye. And as the universe weaves this story, it's bringing it in your direction. Your focus right now needs to be on creating your hopes and dreams, on creating the balance that you want and being willing to go for it. It's one thing to have all the materials laid out in front of you, but to do nothing with them, not to utilize your skills and your resources and to make things happen, this is it. It's time to take that leap of faith and take a chance and really put a lot of effort into it. Because I'm telling you, you're just like, I can't put into words how I feel about the potential that so many of you have right now that you do not realize. And the potential is for happiness. The happiness may include love, money, better health, all of that. I think it's one big ball of wax, to be honest with you. But the thing of it is that you don't know until you go and try, until you work on it, until you do it. So it's like change, forward ho, all right? We're just, as this starts, we're just past the new moon. I hope you listen to that as well, and you'll hear me talking about from new moon to new moon to new moon. Again, back on that line of the story. But it's true, though, because things play out in those kind of phases. But during this one, I see progress. I see progress being made on many fronts, but it is all entirely up to you. There's something unique about this, okay? Because what I don't see, even though part of this is in January, and I have seen that in January the universe is like, here you go. This part, this Venus in Aquarius part, is all about you. What are you creating? What are you doing? And it's not as much about the manifestation part. It's about the creation part. And you're creating your future. Wow. Just wow, wow, wow. Okay? You're very close to making decisions for change. Yes, that's the wind. It's very windy where I live, and it very rarely dies down. So, your vision is for the future. I'm telling you, as long as you can stay focused on it in such a way, and it's not so as to exclude others, but to stay focused on what you want, and at the same time, be flexible. Being flexible is important, all right? It's just all flowing. It's all moving. We're not hitting slower motion until, a few more months from now, later in the year. So really and truly, yeah, take time to reflect, but keep on moving forward with your progress. And I'm telling you, it's towards your hopes and dreams, and they are not the same hopes and dreams as you used to have. Even if the basis of them, you might say, well, yeah, I'm still wanting the same thing. I think that you're viewing it much differently than you were before, and how you would go about having it, what it means to you, and what you're willing to do to make it happen. Big difference in your attitude now. Okay, so goals, wow. Yeah, see, there was so much. There was this switch from being able to accomplish your goals, where now you can, but you struggled so much before. And along the way, there were so many disappointments. But now, you feel like you're really back on firm footing with a firm base and a really solid. See, Venus is coming in to help you as well. All right? I'm telling you. There's something in January, in the January part of this story, that's there to really help you do what matters. And it's all about you. It's all about you feeling comfortable, you standing on your own 2 feet. And as I said, if there are or were whatever, any health issues which were a burden, things that you feel need to be handled, you will be working toward being more responsible for them. That's all part of your beauty, folks. It's all part of what makes you look good, feel good. I'm telling you, this whole entire reading is about continuing to move forward, to make progress for your happiness, okay? Your security, your firm footing. And then if that means knowing that there's a nest egg, that there's money in the bank, that's fine. but the money itself is not the focus. It's about being able to breathe, to relax, to enjoy life. But at the same time, there's this, like, I kind of want to say, like, feeling hell-bent on continuing to grow and create the abundance and to just really feel good. So whatever it is that's coming in March, after March, it's on its way. And the things you do now to make progress in that direction are only going to get you there all that sooner. So I want to thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon. Take care.